Do not attempt to adjust your dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla at us. Yeah, so thanks for rocking with us on a busy Monday here at the App Stupid Studios. This is Big Vern. We just got done covering Penn State and Oregon for the Big Ten title. Congratulations to them. Not going to go ahead and delay this. We're going to go ahead and talk some SEC football and Georgia. Congratulations to Kirby Smart and the Georgia 500. They win the SEC championship game. And some people feel like they got a gift. Some people feel like they got a gift. There was so many calls against Texas, it infuriated Steve Sarkisian by halftime. And I was sitting here looking at the game and I'm like, when is it ever going to be a call against Georgia? It seemed like they got so much home cooking in a championship game, it made no sense. And if you're on the outside looking in, this has got to be, I think, the third game that they've gotten so many calls where the offense hasn't done anything and the referees have stagnated the opponent to the point where it allows Georgia to catch up and somehow pull out these victories. It happened at Georgia Tech. It happened in Texas. It happened at the Tennessee game. And at some point, you have to be wondering, if you all didn't play these games in Georgia, you would lose handedly anywhere you go. And that's a fair question. That is a fair question. But nonetheless, congratulations to them. We'll get more into it when we come back from a quick rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Dun, 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 dun. It's your boy Big Vern promoting another rap album here at App Stupid. J. Cole, Friday Night Lights. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on here, the intro is hot. Too Deep is crazy. Before I'm Gone, Back on Topic, Vilmatic, that's another crazy song. Enchanted with Omen, oh man. In the Morning with Drake, Too Fake, man, there's so many good songs on this album. J. Cole, Friday Night Lights, in stores now. Yeah, shout out to J. Cole doing his thing, always getting it in. Like I say, I enjoy J. Cole's music. So when we go back and we look at this Texas game, you got to look at the penalties. Like I say, I was looking at the penalties and Texas had 11 penalties for 94 yards. You're getting almost a football field in penalties. And that's what will let you know that the fix is in, because there's no way that Georgia only had 5 penalties for the game. And for a lot of folks who are football novices, when you turn around and you look at a team, and holding is subjective. Let's just put that out there. Everybody holds. Everybody holds. So the fact that they kept calling Texas for holding, when I can go and point to multiple times Georgia offensive linemen were holding Texas players trying to get at the quarterback, trying to get at Carson Beck. Like I say, it was one of those things where it raised the eyebrow like, you got to be kidding me. There's no way that this thing is happening like this. When you look at Texas having 389 yards combined, out throwing Georgia 358 yards through the air. The sad part was they wanted to lean into the run, and I know that Coach Steve Sarkisian was talking about how they abandoned the run and how they were really one-dimensional against Georgia and that Georgia front. However, looking at how everything shook out, I don't think that they tried to stretch it to the edges. I thought that they tried to actually run it up the gut and punish the Georgia front four. However, that didn't work out in their favor either, but they could have at least tried to get to the edge and make this a north and south battle rather than east and west. Give me a quick 20 from a rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Dun, 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 dun. It's your boy Big Vern pushing another rap album this month. Killer Mike, Songs for Sinners and Saints, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the album, Nobody Knows, with Anthony Hamilton, is a really good song. Humble Me, very deep, very good song. Higher Level, Lord Prepare Me, Had to Go Get It, and Still Talking That Shit. Killer Mike, Songs for Saints and Sinners, in stores now. Yeah, shout out to Killer Mike. I enjoyed the album. And finally, there is grown folk music back in rap music. And I love it. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I know the kids is doing this and that and blah, blah, blah. But there's actually grown folk music in rap. And I love it now because they're rapping about something. Finally. Shout out to him. But when we get back into this Georgia game, now Georgia, they start game slow. That's been their trademark. That's what happens. And it was nothing new on Saturday afternoon because Tennessee, they jumped on them early. They went up to 3-0. Georgia could not answer. Carson Beck had trouble getting going. And pretty much that was the first quarter. Second quarter started off just like the first quarter. Texas was able to get on the board to get their 6-0. A couple of drives got called back. You had a couple of holding penalties. Quinn Ewers, he wasn't trying. I think he got out of his head around the second quarter because some of those throws, if it wasn't overthrows, it was some sort of throws on target. Some things were missing. However, Beck and the Georgia faithful, they get things rolling and going, and they cannot cash the check inside the 20. So then you had a 44 field goal from Peyton, and that's what made this thing 3-6. And at halftime, that's what you was looking at, 3-6. I personally felt like it should have been anywhere between 14-3. However, again, there was so many calls and it was so blatant. Steve Sarkisian clearly frustrated at the half, and he lets out, hey, look, I hope they call some of these holding calls on Georgia, because that's how Georgia keeps people close in these games, with always getting the penalties and the benefits of the doubt. Like I said, the moment that they play somebody on a neutral field that's just as physical, that's just as talented, they're going to lose. And you cannot have this same thing show up. It showed up in the Tennessee game. It showed up in the Georgia Tech game. How else can you? How else do you explain 8 overtimes? Come on. And then you played another overtime with the game because you got questionable calls from the referee. And I will stand on that, and I'll say that all day long. You are propping up Georgia to do your best to get them into a championship game that they may not win on a neutral field. Again, that's just me. But like I say, we got the second half to cover. We'll get to it when we come back from a quick 20 from an unofficial sponsor of the show and a rap album we're promoting. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. It's your boy Big Vern promoting a new rap album this month. Tyler, the Creator. Chromocopia, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is Sticky, Take Your Mask Off, Thought I Was Dead, and I Hope You Find Your Way Home. New Tyler, the Creator, in stores now. Chromocopia. Yeah, shout out to Tyler, the Creator. It's a dope album. I like Chromocopia. I hope it actually wins some awards this year. We got the hottest records out of 2024 this year. So yeah, so we'll drop that list too. So when we get back into that third quarter, you had Trevor Iantine, a guy who is playing with broken ribs. And I don't know why they let him play, because he had on Kevlar. And for those people who don't know what Kevlar is, that's bulletproof vest material. Okay. I don't know how that feels. Is it heavier on players, or does it hurt when you try and tackle somebody who's wearing, for better words, a bulletproof vest to protect broken ribs? They try to say it's a rib injury. They're either broken or they're cracked or they're fractured. That's it. That's it. There is no other injuries other than that. And rib injuries have to heal. There's no timetable. They just heal on their own. But Mr. Trevor Ian, he gets the 10-yard touchdown run, and now this thing is 10-6. The Georgia Bulldogs and Quinn Ewers and the Texas Longhorns cannot answer the call. They fight their way all the way down inside the 5-yard line. However, they got stopped, and then that led to the field goal that was missed. Like, really? This dude was, and he was their surefire kicker. He misses the field goal. Georgia tries to capitalize on it, and they cannot capitalize. Carson Beck gets injured, and yeah, I thought his elbow was broke by the way that they hit him as he threw the ball, and he laid there writhing in pain. However, the Georgia offense, they went downfield, and they got a field goal from Woodring and 24-yarder out. Now, this thing is 13-6, and you thought that they were going to cruise. However, you had Quinn Ewers. He hit DeAndre Moore for the 41-yard pass and the score. Now this thing is 13-13. Georgia cannot answer because they got a rookie backup quarterback who's in for Carson Beck, and he's marching the guys downfield. Then they get a field goal. Now this thing is 16-13. And with 18 seconds left, I thought Texas had a hell of a 2-minute drill. They got down where they could get a manageable field goal, and that's what happened. They hit the field goal from Brett Auburn, and now this thing is 16-16. That is it in regulation, and we are going to halftime. We're going to halftime. Give me a quick 20 from a rap album we're promoting. This is Big Vern at App Stupid. Drop the spot. Dun, 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 dun. It's your boy Big Vern pushing another rap album this month. Killer Mike. Songs for Sinners and Saints. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the album, Nobody Knows, with Anthony Hamilton, is a really good song. Humble Me, very deep, very good song. Higher Level, Lord Prepare Me, Had to Go Get It, and Still Talking That Shit. Killer Mike, Songs for Saints and Sinners, in stores now. And shout out to Killer Mike. I enjoy the album big time. So when we get into overtime, Texas, they had the ball first, and they could not cash that check. They had the field goal. That's what made this thing 16-19. Georgia inside the 20-yard line. They was threatening to score. The backup quarterback tries to, I don't know, be the hero or whatever. He takes off running. This kid did the unthinkable when he lowered his head. Now, I will say this. I don't enjoy watching anybody get hit. I didn't enjoy Tua Tagovailoa getting hit like that. I didn't enjoy Trevor Lawrence getting blown up like that. Nobody should be taking blows to the head. They make quarterbacks surrender and give themselves up for a reason. This kid was concussed. If you go back and you watch the film, his eyes are glazed over when he's falling back. His helmet and everything came off. It was not a targeting call. The shoulder charge is just as deadly as leading with the crown of the helmet. And you have to give the defense something to work with because they have limited defensive tackling I mean, it's so bad now. It's almost like they don't want you to do anything. But this kid, he was concussed. And even when they try to help him up, his knees buckled. Because you're not used to getting hit like that. And I'm sure, you know, when everyone's seen that, it was one of those things where, hey, look, Slick, you need to start diving. You need to start sliding. You're not a hero when things like that happen. Then Carson Beck had to come in because that guy was pretty much out. He was just pretty much outdone. And then Georgia runs the ball with Ian Tyne, and pretty much that's the game. So congratulations to the Georgia 500. on their win. If you are a fan of the Texas Longhorns, get in the comments. Let me know. Was the penalty calling against Texas excessive? Again, this is Big Vern at App Stupid.